one. Watch Ryan Pulock just lay out there and make a huge save in the waning seconds of the third period. Ryan McDonough had an empty net, and Ryan Pulock just helped the Islanders even up this series. 2-2, 3-2, the final score. Sure was a nail-biter tonight with Ryan Pulock getting a lot of credit from his teammates for that one. The look at defeat on McDonough, but wow. Whew. Butchie, my heart is still pounding so hard. Hello, everyone. Welcome inside our MSG Network studios. I'm Shannon Hogan alongside Butch Goring. They kept us waiting there towards the end, Butch, and I was very, very nervous in those final few seconds.
Well, you know, when you play against a championship team, they're never going to quit, and the Islanders had a terrific game. They had a terrific second period. I mean, they blew the game open. They were up 3-0, and yes, there was going to be some pushes by Tampa, and you expected that, and you didn't want to give up that first goal too quickly because you knew that was going to give the Lightning a little bit of life. And it did. And, yeah, they pushed, but I thought after Barry Trotz called his timeout, the Isles settled down again, and they got some scoring opportunities. And they were the hey, listen, they were the better team for me. They did more things better than the Lightning. They played with desperation. It was a must-win. They knew it. Tampa knew it. And the Islanders came on top. Yes, it was a little hairy at the end. The Islanders kind of got too focused in on the puck at the very last couple of seconds. But at the end of the day, he took a spectacular move by Ryan Pulock to help his goaltender out and save the day. So now it's a best of three, and Islanders seem to like those situations.
Yeah, come on. It's must-see TV. If it wasn't interesting down to the final couple of seconds, it wouldn't exactly be playoff hockey. AJ Malesko's with us again tonight. She's joining us from her home studio. AJ, do you agree with Butch? Do you think the Islanders were hands down the better team tonight at the Coliseum?
From overall, yes, I thought they started slow. I thought the first period was all Tampa Bay Lightning. At one point, they were being outshot 17-4. But I think what makes them such a good team is that they weathered that storm, and they relied on some big saves by Varlamov. They relied on some good defensive play, some other things that happened throughout that first period to sort of then come out on top in that second period. Throughout this whole postseason, their second periods have been phenomenal, and tonight was no exception. They went up 3-0, and then they did also, again, withstand the surge from Tampa Bay in the third period. I mean, the crowd was electric on that second Tampa Bay goal. They certainly got a little silence, but here I am at home. You guys are in the studio, and I was getting reports from friends of mine that are in the Coliseum. Lifelong Islander fans, Fortune Bash, are there, and were giving me videos and telling me how amazing it was. What a night to be on Long Island, and I'm so happy the home team got a win for them.
Yeah, I'm happy for the fans, too, Butch. Obviously, you know how important this is for them, and you said it's now going to be a best-of-3 series, which is exciting. AJ, you mentioned that the Islanders had a good start in the first period. Butch, you were looking for more from that second line, Brock Nelson's line, and it appeared that they were able to answer the call early on in the first with their very first shift.
Yeah, well, they were ready to go, and I think Barry Trotz probably had a little chat with them and trying to make them aware of how important they are to this particular team, how important they are to everybody on the team is, and so look at this. I mean, this is the thing. To play everybody criticizes me for this talking about the chip and chase, but it's such an important part of the game because it sets the pace of the game. You get in on the forecheck, you create a little bit of havoc. You're playing in the offensive zone. And better yet, the Tampa Bay Lightning, they're having to play in their zone. So, yes, it's great if you can carry it in, but look at how fast and how quick the Islanders are in this first shift. So that tells me they were really ready to go. So they set the standard right off the bat. So you knew Brock Nelson and company was going to have a good game. They did have a really good game. I thought Brock's line in its entirety skated extremely well and managed to get up on the scoreboard. But they set the standard. Usually it's the Cizikas line that sets the standard, but not tonight. It was Brock Nelson's line, and they did a great job.
AJ, what jumped out to you about Brock Nelson's line tonight?
Well, I thought the Cizikas line was also right up there. I thought they did a fantastic job, but I do think that Nelson line, they answered the bell. There's no question that they knew that they needed to step up. They knew they were subpar in the last game. And what I noticed about it was Beauvillier. His legs were going, and when he is getting his legs churning, when he's forechecking, when he's pushing their D back, and the Tampa Bay Lightning have fantastic defensemen, when he's using his legs to push them back, you know good things are going to happen. And whether it's Brock Nelson coming in behind or the curling and finding Josh Bailey and that laser beam of a shot to open the scoring, I thought that they were really fun to watch tonight.
Anthony Beauvillier definitely did have a little more jump in his game, and he was part of the assist on Josh Bailey's first goal, which kicked off the scoring for the Islanders in the first period. That's really exactly what they needed to kind of inject some life into the team and really feel confident about where they were with their game.
Well, and inject some life into the fans, too.
Oh, they didn't need that, Butchie. Come on. You know they didn't need it.
Something, and you know, everybody's been talking about the first goal is so important, and we watch it all season long, and again, it sets the standard. Now it forces Tampa Bay to alter their game a little bit, to know that the second goal they got it becomes a real big goal. So the Brock Nelson line, as I said, played really well. Ryan Pulock gets it up. Now look at good support right here. That's Zajak's going to get the puck to the outside. Always a good play, a little draw pass, and Brock Nelson. You're going to watch. He's going to take a little look here. You can see his head. Two defenders are going at him, and then he turns around and throws a little pass. He doesn't have to look. It just has to be an area pass because he already spotted Josh Bailey. And this is a terrific play by Bailey. He fakes the first time the shot, just a little pump fake, and then he fires it between the legs of Ryan McDonagh, and he gets it up. That's pretty tricky. That's not easy to do. I mean, you know, you're going to shoot the puck, and you're going to try and get it up high, but you don't always try and go through someone's legs. But he knew there was a hole there, and let it go, and a terrific shot. But again, you were talking about Josh Bailey and company. They were going tonight, and it all starts with Beauvillier driving off the defense and creating more time and space for everybody else. So yes, you got to have the legs, you got to have the smarts, and then you got to have the finish.